Thank you, Michael, for the kind words. I almost needed a tissue there. Everything I do in my life, everything I do professionally, has been shaped by my family and education. I was raised by two amazing parents that always encouraged me to do what makes me happy. So I never had the added pressure of being someone that I didn't want to be. I never considered pursuing a career for the money. I simply sought out what made me happy, and I mean truly happy. Technology's hard. I transferred into Notre Dame as a sophomore and immediately sought out opportunities to get involved in the community. I developed an exercise program for the residents at the Center for the Homeless. I worked with physical therapists to implement wellness hour at the Holy Cross House. I was constantly meeting new people, listening to their stories, understanding some of the events that led to their current situation, and most importantly, figuring out how I could help. These activities and experiences ignited a spirit of service in me, and I realized that happiness for me came from helping people and communities grow. Coming out of college, my goal was to keep doing things like this that made me happy. While most of my friends and roommates took corporate jobs, I decided to move down to the Dominican Republic and join Peace Corps. Despite the fact I nearly failed Spanish during my last semester at Notre Dame, the community embraced me and welcomed me with open arms and immediately made me feel like one of their own. I knew that I was exactly where I belonged, and better yet, I had a great opportunity to make a difference. I spent my 2 years in Peace Corps serving in Barrio Las Flores as a community health specialist. The community was a little disorganized, but extremely eager to work. Together, we built wastewater canalways, bathrooms, water filters, basketball courts, and playgrounds, and we formed a neighborhood association so it all could be locally owned and managed. We implemented literacy and sex education courses in 15+ schools, reaching thousands of children. I saw firsthand the number of teenage pregnancies in one school drop from 32 in 2016 to 8 in 2017, thanks to our programming. As my second year in the barrio came to a close, I felt more capable of driving change than ever before. Unfortunately, that's also when my time as a Peace Corps volunteer came to a close. Again, I thought about what makes me happy, and I decided that the only path forward was to stay in the community that I'd grown to love and continue instigating positive change. Luckily, I was not alone. Former Peace Corps volunteer Hope Tambala, host country national Crismari Gutierrez, and fellow Notre Dame graduate Paul Anthony were also inspired to continue driving change. So, together, we created Puente, a nonprofit that provides mobile data collection and analysis software to identify, map, and prioritize community needs. This platform was created based on the needs we saw as volunteers. We wanted to facilitate more efficient and effective collaboration between NGOs and local leaders. We do this by placing organizations and communities that they're best equipped to serve, while also teaching host country nationals how to best address their own needs and work effectively with nonprofits that can help. To date, our technology has been used by over 160 surveyors in 28 different communities, allowing more than 6,000 marginalized Dominicans to voice their needs. We have collaborated with international nonprofits to bring dozens of bathrooms and water filters to vulnerable communities. We have educated over 500 residents on health, sanitation, chronic disease prevention, and best nutritional practices. We have provided short-term medical missions with the ability to leverage our data in order to select sites and predict medical needs. Most importantly, we have involved local leaders in every step along the way, encouraging change at the grassroots level. I never thought that I would start a nonprofit in the Dominican Republic, but I followed my heart and did what made me happy. If I could leave you with one piece of advice, it would be just that. Follow your heart and do what makes you happy. It's tempting to compare yourself against others using things like salary, title, and prestige. But I know that if you do what makes you happy, you'll never regret it. And hopefully, what makes you happy makes other people happy as well. Thank you.